YouTube, it's your girl lasheavibez coming to you with a hair update. And if you follow my channel, you'll know that I just completed my natural hair challenge. Hence, I am wearing some beautiful waist length individual braids. I'm first going to share with you how I treated my natural hair prior to getting my braids installed. And towards the end of the video, you're going to actually see where my lovely braider, Miss Diane, if you follow my channel, she always braids my hair. Very professional, and she gives a lot of good tips. If you're doing it yourself, to the women who actually braid their own hair, I give you so many props because it just seems so intensive and I could never do it. So I give you guys props on that. But I'm going to share with you how I actually, because of course I wanted to treat my natural hair prior to getting these braids installed, and I will be wearing these braids for about 3 months. I'm going to keep them in for about 3 months with regular retouches, and of course I'll be washing them, so I'm sure I'll be sharing some additional videos with you guys on how I'll be maintaining them and taking care of them. But for my natural hair, Miss Jessie's was in the building. Went to a second annual Naturalista weekend here at the Black Expo in Houston, Texas, and I do have a video on that. And they were giving away large bottles of the Super Slip Sudsy shampoo. I am in love with this shampoo. It was a great detangler. It really lathered, and I'm loving it. So when Miss Jessie's has their BOGO sale in December, this will definitely be on my list. So I used this, and then I followed up with the Miss Jessie's Creme de la Creme. Now, I did mention in one of my other videos, I did purchase this last year, December, when they had their BOGO sale. I'm not too keen of this particular conditioner, but I wanted to keep it basically in the family. So I used my Creme de la Creme, Miss Jessie's conditioner. And then I had this from that I had ordered a while back. I used the Super Sweet Back Treatment by Miss Jessie's. I had ordered this maybe about a year or so ago when I was ordering a few of their sample sizes. And I used this. I left it on my hair for about 30 minutes and I conditioned. My hair was extremely soft. And then while it was still wet, I followed up. And if you follow my channel, you know this is my ever faithful. I always seal my hair because it's so dry with the extra virgin olive oil. Followed up with the Miss Jessie's Curly Buttercream, one of my favorite moisturizing. This is great for really coarse, dry hair. Love it. So then I went to go get my hair washed, of course, after it was deep conditioned, cleaned, and moisturized. For the hair, we used, again, I always use this hair. I love this hair. We use the Expressions hair. It is 100% Kankalon non-flammable. This is some of the best braiding hair to me personally, because even when the roots begin to grow out, the actual braid still looks beautiful and consistent. You can wash the hair and it just does not look raggedy. This hair really holds. Now, what I did learn from my braider this time, she did tell me that there is some Expressions hair that actually comes in different, the actual quality can be less. Now, how you can determine that, I'm really not certain. I usually pick my Expression hair up from my local African beauty supply store, and they usually have a whole different range of different colors. This hair is extremely long. These are waist length individual braids. I don't know if, I was thinking, you know, I'm thinking they're box braids, but then she had mentioned something about goddess braids and Patra braids, poetic justice, whatever you want to call them. I know they're extremely beautiful. She did a really good job, and they are waist length. I'm going to try to show you guys the actual length before I conclude the video. But for the hair was $4.99 for a pack. Of course, it's extremely long, so she had to actually cut it in two to get the length that I wanted. We used 5 bags of this hair. It did take her 8.5 hours to actually install the hair, but she did a really great job as always. I'm gonna just turn around and show you guys the back, and then I'm gonna take it down so you can see the length of it. But this is the back. Now, right now, I'm sure my standard maintenance may change as far as how I maintain my braids, but I'm going to be using the extra virgin olive oil on my scalp. I'll also be using what I love, my Thirsty Curls by Uncle Funky's Daughter to moisturize the scalp, and then using my Luster's Pink Sheen Spray just to keep the braids looking well moisturized, and I'll do that as needed. I'm not going to try to clog my hair up or anything like that with products, so just as needed. And that's as far as washing too. I probably won't wash my hair once a week, just as I need it or as I see product build up. And I'm going to try to keep my, you know, maintenance as simple as possible. Now the first 2 days, because this is actually the second day that I've been having these braids, the first night was really rough for me to sleep with. Not that she braided too tight. I mean, it was comfortable, but it was just a lot of hair to maneuver, and the braids were still kind of damp from when she dipped them in the water. So so far so good. They're not heavy or anything like that. I haven't been having any problems. I try to pull the front part back, you know, as I'm eating and doing other things like that, but I've been getting a lot of compliments and I'm really loving them. So again, like I mentioned before, toward the end of the video, you're going to see the products that were used to actually install, and then there's going to be some tips and you'll see the techniques that she's used to install these braids. Okay guys, and these are some of the essential products that she actually used to do my box braids. Diana, would you like to explain how you use these products?
I use jam to start the hoof to grab the braid.
Okay, this is the grab the braid, the jam, okay?
Or the pink lotion.
The pink lotion?
To make the braid shine.
Okay, that's for shine of the braid.
Yeah, you use it while you are braiding all the way down.
Okay, she's going to use that as she's braiding all the way down. And then we have the comb here, of course. And then she uses the clips. Now, how are the clips used?
Most of the time, some people use comb to do the parts.
Okay.
But me, I always use clips because the clips make your part very neat and clear.
Okay, so she basically uses the clips for parting. Okay, guys, I hope you're enjoying the video.
This is another technique to pull the hair out. When you do it like this, at the end of the braid, the length comes straight out. You don't have to cut it. You just dip in hot water and that's it. It came out on layers.
Oh, so it gives you layers by doing this technique.
Yeah, you can see some people.
Just basically separating.
Yeah, you can see some people, they have braid and it's all even. Like
right.
scissors or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So that gives it a more natural look.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, if you're in the local Houston area, just inbox me if you want her number. This is an extremely professional and talented braider. I'm telling you, she's the bomb. Okay, guys, we're going to be starting off with a fresh head of clean hair. I have washed and conditioned my hair, and I thoroughly moisturized the hair.
come out. It
And
is.
then we'll put it in water.
Yeah, dip in hot water.
Okay guys, 8.5 hours later, I have a beautiful head of box braids, and she's going to go ahead and do the trimming. Okay, now it is water time. We're going to dump the ends of the water to seal it on the ends.
This is the mousse. That's the pink mousse. Stylist form. 25% more free. So I think it's only just $3.99.
I got it.
The mousse is just to try to lay down the flying hair, make it neat. That's all we must do. You put the oil sheen.
Yeah.
So plus.
As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them up below. And as always, thanks so much for watching.